there's this extinct form of wolves. If you guys didn't know, it's called a dire wolf. Apparently, this was in Game of Thrones or whatever. It's like an extinct form of wolves, and like they were like very big. Yeah, it's supposed to be a huge wolf or whatever. And scientists, they brought it back from extinction, but pretty much what they did was they took the DNA from the dire wolves from like the fossils and shit, and they like took the information, copied it onto the DNA of like I think a great wolf or whatever, a gray wolf I think. Yeah, one of them shits. They copied it, and like whatever they had that these didn't have, or whatever these guys had that the dire wolves didn't have, they would like basically just sync it up together and like override the information on their DNA, and then they would take that DNA and put it into I think it was a dog or a wolf or something, and as a surrogate mother, and like in their kid. I don't know how. Yeah, these are supposed to be massive. That's the regular wolf. That's a dire wolf. It's like 10x the size. They're huge. I thought. When I saw the news, I thought they were gonna be giant, like a giant dog, like a freaking, like the Thor wolf. These shit. I thought it was one of these, like giant. Obviously, this is. I thought it was gonna be like a giant, like a big ass wolf. I thought that's what the dire wolf was, but I was wrong. It's not that big. It's still big though. Still very big. Like half the size of a. Actually, no. It looks like bigger than a human. It's pretty much bigger than a human. Yeah. So this is what the actual puppies look like. They're kind of cute. But yeah, they brought it back to life and everything. That's cool and all. They didn't actually bring it back to out of extinction because it is not the same thing. It's an imitation. It's a cheap freaking knockoff. It's like Soldier Boy and Homelander. You guys, it's actually the exact same thing. Holy crap! I just realized that. Pretty much the exact. They literally copied the plot of The Boys. Cause let me break it down real quick. So in The Boys, the first superhero was not the first, but like one of the first superpowered humans that they experimented on that got the superpower was Soldier Boy. He had the powers, and Soldier Boy was the strongest superhero, and is arguably still one of the strongest. But they're like, you know what? This guy's too powerful. We gotta make someone stronger. So what they did was they took his seed, his semen, his sperm, and then they like took the DNA from that, and then like put it into the surrogate mother, and then they cloned him basically to make Homelander, which is technically his son, but is more like a clone of him. So he's like a son, but also like a clone. You know what I'm saying? And he's like got the same powers or whatever, but he's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different thing. It's the same thing here. They took the clone, they took the DNA from the dire wolf, they put it into the surrogate mother of like the gray wolf, and they got a little kid, which has the same DNA as the dire wolf, but it's not a dire wolf because it's a clone. It's a fake artificial. It's a synthetic. It's not synthetic, but it's an artificial generated being. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a real thing. And my question is, here's what's stupid about this. Okay, are these scientists like retarded? Like, come on, are you guys actually stupid? You guys did not think this through. Because yeah, it's cool and all. We brought back a dire wolf. Oh, that's so cool. We brought back this apex predator that would rip apart a bunch of animals and kill. You guys did not think about the economic and environmental consequences. Y'all did not think about that. Because what happens when these grow up? What are we going to do with them? Are we going to keep them in a cage, in a lab forever? If that was a point, then what was the point of bringing them back to life? Or are we going to release them into the wild eventually? But the thing is, if you release them into the wild, you know what's going to happen? They're going to upset the balance of the environment. They're going to upset the balance of the ecosystem. The ecosystem. You didn't think about the ecosystem, dumbass. Come on now. The scientists here are really stupid. Because y'all know about not endangered species. Y'all know about invasive species? Y'all know about the invasive species? You bring a species from another place and introduce them into a different ecosystem, into a different environment, and since they don't have any natural predators and they have a lot of prey, they go ham and they destroy the entire environment, entire ecosystem, and everything's upside down now. And we got this crazy invasive species that's like on the top because they got no other predators. Guess what's gonna happen when you bring in an apex predator that's even crazier than the gray wolf? The entire ecosystem is gonna get flipped upside down because who's keeping them in check? You know what I'm saying? Because not even humans are touching them. Humans are not even, let's be honest here, a human isn't really one-on-one. They're not doing shit to a gray wolf. If it's a pack, you're getting packed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got no chance of survival if you're going up against a pack of gray wolves. You're getting packed and you get turned into a spliff. You're getting smoked. But imagine that, except you're going against a dire wolf. Now, I don't really know much about them shits, but like, they look massive, they look aggressive. Now, apparently from the scientists have said that these dire wolves, the babies, they're like around 7 months, I think, at this point, and they don't even show compassion to the people taking care of them. Like, they're aggressive already. You know what I'm saying? Wolves, on the other hand, if you're the ones like raising them, they'll warm up to you. These little demons, they're still trying to, you know, they're still trying to they're still trying to square up with the freaking with the freaking caretakers. They're still trying to run the fade. So what's gonna happen when they grow up and they become massive? And what are we gonna do? Humans, we can't control them. We're gonna release them into the wild. If we release them into the wild, freaking all the cattle are gone. The gray wolves are gonna get kicked out. They're gonna get pussied because if you look at the size difference, they're little bitches compared to them. They're freaking way bigger, way heavier, way more aggressive, way stronger, just better in general. They're the upgraded version. They're the upgrade. You know what I'm saying? They're legit the upgrade. We're gonna get, we're literally gonna get Soldier Boy versus freaking Homelander in real life. Let me play this clip for you guys real quick. This is literally what's gonna happen when we introduce the dire wolves to the freaking ecosystem.
And Soldier Boy, of course. You are behind this whole thing.
Except no, this is actually, yeah. Hold on.
It really is all about me. William, we made a deal to fight to the death. You and me.
That's the dire wolves, by the way. The Soldier Boy. I mean, for context, this is the dire wolf, and that's the gray wolf. You know, that's a pussy version. That's humans right there. We're getting bitched. That's us. Just to put it in perspective for y'all. If there's a visual demonstration, this is what's gonna happen. Because there's some dumbass scientists.
All your movies, hundreds of times. You were the only one that was never.
Like, have you not watched Jurassic Park? We had 1, 2, 3. We have 6 movies on this. More than 6 movies telling you why this is a terrible idea.
You think you look strong? You're wearing a cape. You're just a cheap knockoff.
Oh, no. I'm the upgrade.
Boom. The dire wolves body freaking gray wolves. Just like how, well, in that, I mean, if that fight did prolong as a 1v1, it would have been a Homelander win, by the way. Most likely. But, yeah, just to put it in perspective, it's not a one-to-one replica of the boys, you know. Obviously, the boys didn't predict this. The boys are not scientists. Maybe they are. You don't know. But anyways, we have tons of movies. How many Jurassic Park movies do we got? A ton. There's another one that came out after this. So 6 movies about why you shouldn't bring extinct animals back to life. Because if they do, you know, they're going to tear shit up. They're going to destroy the ecosystem. They're going to destroy the ecosystem. Like, this is... Yeah, this is really stupid. Yeah, but let's be honest here. Experts are saying that it's not really... They didn't... But yeah, scientists are saying that, like, you know, this is not actually bringing back, like I mentioned before, they're not really bringing back dire wolves. They just brought in not mutated, but like an upgraded version of the gray wolf, which is close to the dire wolf. And yeah, this is gonna be terrible for the environment, garbage for the ecosystem. Like, these, what were they thinking? If we all end up dying because of these, we all end up dying because of this, we know who to blame. Freaking scientists at it again. Like, what we're like, yo, you don't have nothing better to do, like solve world hunger, not bring in. Oh, you know what? Since these are massive, could we eat them? We can make the wolves bigger, which means more meat. That could solve world hunger. This is a practical application. This is a practical application of this scientific discovery. I might be a genius, chat. I might be a genius. Oh my gosh. Yo, I don't think they thought about this. Yo, somebody get me in touch with these guys. I'm working on something. I think I got something cooking up. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you guys drop a like, comment down below, follow if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.